Hello guys, welcome back to Indie Ninja Gaming and welcome back to Gold Mining Simulator. Almost went back to default Gold Rush then. Welcome back to Gold Mining Simulator, Leaderboard Season 32, the No Frank Challenge. Now, I haven't really done anything for the last couple of days, to be honest. I've done like one clean out, I think, in all that time. I just kind of hit like a pretty big lethargic state. Similar to gaming depression, you know, where you flip from game to game to game to game to game, just trying to find something to play, unable to play anything. Except it wasn't just gaming, I just couldn't settle to anything at all. It was a nightmare. But we're here now. We've got 7 days to go. So let's break this down here. Let's break this down for a second. So it takes 2 hours for an in-game day. That's 2 days per stream, 7 days, so that's 14 days. 14 days worth of in-game mining, so I can easily finish out. I've got 11 days if I dig right up to the limit, right up to the line. And that's if I don't do anything during the day, on my days off Wednesday and Thursday, which I might. Now, leaderboards, they have changed. Kagura put some ounces through in the end anyway. He was the one I was kind of having to try and catch up with, but now it is Phrase, who is only 17,000 ahead of me. So, you know, I had the potential to do this still. So, yeah. Let's get to it. Now, I've done one swap clean already. Oh, crap. Great start there. Although, yeah, and one since then. So I've done 2, actually. One that I completely cleaned out and I sold the gold along with the rest of the gold that I had. Then today, I filled up and swapped out. I've only cleaned the buckets. The mats are sitting there waiting to be processed. The buckets and the nuggetators. But if I average, so I need, was it 17,000? I average 7,000-ish a stream. So I could potentially be there on the leaderboard within 3 days. And again, that's assuming I don't do any off-camera work. I'm in some pretty good gold. So this all has good potential. Actually, that's all about to swap, isn't it? Sorry, guys. I've got like one strand of hair. I've got long hair. And I've got one strand of hair that's just not tucked behind the headphones. And it's just flopping around in my eye somewhere. Oh, well that worked. So we were sitting at something like 500 ounces. This is going to be mostly load up hay. So there's something underneath my mouse now. Give me one of those streams, I think. For this to be a good equivalent of a clean out, we need like 600-700 ounces out of these buckets. And we got 500, so yeah, not the best. Oh, I done that backwards, didn't I? But literally for like after work Saturday, and then I didn't stream Saturday, I just took the night off. And then my day off Sunday, right up until the streaming time on Sunday, I tried playing like, I don't know, 6-7 different games that I usually like to play. Couldn't get into them. The rest of the time I'm just sat there in a stupor, just, you know, watching TV shows or something. It was just one of those, you know. One of those days where you just sit there staring into space, or having something on in the background that you never actually watch or listen to. Try reading a book, you can't get into the book, anything like that. I wouldn't call it being burnt out because, you know, obviously I'm here, I'm eager to go. Like CNN, that's a TV program or channel, isn't it? Oh, does that stand for Central News Network or something like that? But no, I mean, just like, you know, whatever TV shows you happen to enjoy watching at the time, whatever you're into at that given time, you still can't get into that. Okay. My dump truck just got its revenge on the Cougar. Just disappeared right up my dump truck's arse. I'm going to look at something here real quick. How deep is this? That's pretty good. 5 meters. 4.7. 7.1. 8.1. 8.4. 8.4. 3.9. Wow, that one's going to be a great clean out. I'm thinking, once winter hits, okay, those ones, you don't include those ones, these are deep ones. Once winter hits, I might rip this and chunk that lot out. Reason being, yes, okay, it'll be top down digging, and I'm a little slower there, but the lack of depth will mean a better gold to dirt ratio, and the clean out should be pretty good. And if I'm going to be struggling during winter time, I want to make the most of it. So, like, leave the better clean outs for when they're needed, you know? That's the line of thinking that I'm going down right now. That one was a pile of crap, that scoop. So that's already brought me, what, 1,100 ounces closer? $15,500 ounces to go, and I'll be on the top 10. Now, the person I've got to be careful of is Birch. Now, okay, yes, he needs, what's that, 13,000 ounces. But I don't know how quickly that's going up. And there's obviously no chance of me making this leaderboard. I'm not making 80,000 ounces in the next few days, in the next 7 days. But I did say from the start, from the very beginning of the challenge, hell, even before the challenge even started, that if I'm going to make a leaderboard with this challenge, for me personally, because I'm not used to dumping it in the leaderboards, my best chance would be seasonal. I said that from before the leaderboard challenge even started. So, you know, I think with the way this leaderboard's gone for me, if I lose, if I don't make a top 10, okay, it happened. I'm not going to be a sore loser about it. I'm not going to quit my channel. I'd like to see the win, but there's still that chance that I might not make it. I'm going to do my best, of course. Oh, I might have some new playlists coming up for you guys soon. Humble Bundle had another royalty-free music software bundle, which I grabbed. I should have waited, to be honest, but I wanted to make sure I got it. If I'd waited, I would have actually not gone into my overdraft between paychecks this time round. I get paid Thursday and I had like $4 left. £4, sorry. But, you know, it's only £15, so it's not going to break the bank for a few days. So yeah, there's that. And I've been really stupid. I have. YouTube has its own royalty-free music library that you can use. And I've always stayed away from it. Usually because of the amount of times I've heard music that I've listened to whilst browsing it on other channels. You know, it's available to any and every creator, no matter whether you've got one subscriber or a million. And obviously wanting my content to be different. But with the loss of all my other music, I could have been grabbing from there. And I completely forgot all about it. Where I just don't usually go for it. So if I don't have any decent playlists, I haven't had a chance to listen to this new music yet. I haven't even downloaded it all yet. I was in the process of it. Some of it's sound effects, but some of the zipped files, because it all downloads, each folder of each type of music or sound effects is downloaded in a zipped folder, which obviously you need to unzip. Some of them are like a gigabyte in size, and whilst it may only take a few minutes to download, I didn't have enough time to get them all done. There we go. It didn't want to let me in. Like I said the other day, I have a potential idea for increasing my output using Frankenstein's in the next leaderboard. I'm not going to say what it is yet. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if it's going to work, how it's going to work. I'm going to do some testing in the off season. But I think it'll be a decent way of doing it if it works out well, and it will definitely help increase the numbers. What you was telling me about, it's right. So you've made me think of this idea, Nuke, but it's not actually what you was proposing. I already knew that your one wouldn't work. If you recall, I was explaining why it wouldn't. But I've got a different idea in mind, and you did kind of put the... your idea spawned my idea. I'm going to keep it under my hat for now, and if it works, I'm going to do a reveal during the leaderboards. Once I get the money up and running high enough in the next season, if I don't go along with whatever challenge the other guys were thinking of, which right now I'm saying no, but it's not a guaranteed no later on. It's not a hard no, it's just a no for now. And the only reason I can't do it if they go ahead, the challenge they're thinking of, they were talking about, I wouldn't be able to use my idea with the Franks if they did it. If I took part in that challenge. So I'll have to wait and see what happens. I didn't say anything about preloading hoppers. That wouldn't work because you're using the same amount of time to fill them up like that. You know what? I'm actually going to make a save here. A separate save. One that I can use for my testing. Because we got half I can test with a loader, and well, and a little more than half that I can test with excavator. Yeah, I've tried Frank with tier 2. I tried that the first year it came out. First season it came out. Right, when you say tier 2, do you mean the mini or do you mean the mobile? Because I tried the mobile. Didn't work. Yeah, I get confused. Some people call them 2.5, some people call them tier 2. It just gets confusing, so I just still refer to the mobile as tier 2 and the mini as the mini. I mean, if anything, if the mini wash plant is between Hogpan and mobile, then technically it'd be 1.5. So. Well, you just called the mini as tier 2 mini is mini. Oh, sorry, I missed you saying it twice. I apologise. You know, I'm starting to get excited again about another game. And I know I shouldn't, because they're just going to let me down again. If I do. I know they will. But now that we're in July, 2 months left. 2 months to go until the release of Prison Architect 2. Assuming they don't then push it back again. I still can't believe that. I pre-ordered it. We're like a week and a half, 2 weeks away from release. Got all excited, really looking forward to playing it. And this was back in, I think, March. And then they're like, nope, sorry, it's going to be September. Yeah, man, it's just a game. Yeah, I know it's not. I know it doesn't matter. If I should, in theory, unless Phrase starts chucking in more gold. I haven't seen him move in a while on the seasonal. So, in theory, I should make it. But, you know, I've had a lot of setbacks this season. Poor judgment, equipment breakdown, real life equipment breakdown. Just some bad luck in general. And a whole lot of people really pushing hard. Sorry, guys. Couple of new names on the board this time. They can have the win as far as I'm concerned. Who are you on about? Because I've seen some of these people might be returning. Like, I know Sea Porcupine, I know Cass, I know Rasha, I know Billy Bob. Kagira's definitely an old one. He's always on there. Mulva, I think, is the new one for me. Phrase, Miller, I know those. And I think Sea Porcupine. Oh yeah, no, it is good. And actually, do you know what? I'm actually kind of happy that it's helped. Like, I didn't expect this much of a response to my idea for the challenge. I mean, it really helped that the devs promoted it as well. But I was surprised and shocked at how many people were like, "Yeah, I want to try that." When me, Rasha, names. Me, Rasha, oh, crying out loud. Hold on. Me, Rasha, Hybrid Still, Old Man, Davius, Ryak, and Lil Mako. We all advertised the fact that we were doing it before it started. We got our heads together. When I got them all on board, I got them on board, or got a couple of them on board. They got a couple more, and then we all like talked about how we were going to advertise it and stuff like that. And there was quite a lot of people interested in the off. And then of course the devs went ahead and promoted it as well, and promoted us, which was great. And I think that's what's got everyone back into it. You know, they all wanted something new to do with the game. No, last season I was talking about doing it during my live streams. It was my initial idea. I was talking about it during Leaderboard Season 32. Then Rash was like, yeah, no, I wouldn't mind trying to do that. I messaged Hybrid and got Hybrid into it. I can't remember who got to Old Man. Oh, no, it's all good. I'm not accusing you of calling me a liar or anything like that. I mean, it may have been my initial idea, but all these other guys that are in my description, we all put our heads together and flushed out the whole concept of it. So, you know, as an individual, I can only take credit for the initial idea. I mean, Russia may have been bragging about the totals, but that's, oh, excuse me, but that's not what got it started. Actually, do you know what? I'm glad they did. I'm glad they did give it a shout out, because it's got the community back up and off their asses and mining again. You know, all of those who were like, can't be bothered, can't be bothered, can't be bothered. Oh, okay, I'm gonna try that. Oh, nice. That's almost a 700 ounces just from the buckets alone. They also advertised it on Facebook as well. I don't know where else after that. But you notice though, they may have listed me in the list of channels, but they actually missed me off the graphic. I told them about that. Oh, there goes my batteries. Now with Franks, I'm faster than I am the dump trucks. I am definitely 100% faster with the dump trucks than I am with Frankensteins. With dump trucks, I'm averaging 2 to 2,500 yards a day, an in-game day. With Franks, I'm averaging let's say 2.5 to 3.5. I think I made a 4K once. I wasn't really focused on the mining itself, I was just mining. Well, the fuel, not much of an issue. I normally stick a large fuel container down at the bottom of a Frankenstein once it's reached max extension. So all I've got to do is just get to the Frank and just fill it up from there. I don't need to worry about a mobile fuel tank or anything like that. Okay, so this is a reason why I'm faster with Franks. One of the reasons. So as you can see here, I've dug halfway back and then I moved on. The reason I do that is so that I'm able to reach the dump truck. If I go backwards and far enough, obviously you struggle to reach the dump truck when you're chucking the dirt down onto the ledge, onto the bank. But with Frankensteins, I'll dig halfway back, and then I'm able to wiggle the hopper up onto the ledge, and it enables me to keep going back further to do a full square. Do you know, I am actually really... I don't know if excited... well, I suppose excited is the right word. But it's not just excitement, it's massive curiosity as well. And impatience. All rolled into one to see what the devs are going to do with GMS2. Like, I just want to see some leaks already, you know. They need to start getting the hype up. I don't know. I haven't actually touched Ark in quite some time. My problem is I don't have the time to play on a server with standard timers for the dino breeding and the hatching and the feeding. And well, the feeding's alright, but you get what I'm saying. And then when I lessen it on a solo game, or if I'm hosting a game for me and my friends, it's just too easy, even if it's only lessened a little bit. Are you still waiting for Arc 2? I don't know. Like I said, I haven't really delved into Arc for a while. Let me have a quick look on Steam. Release date to be announced. How long has it been on here for? There's no dates anywhere. Years? Ooh. You know what though? I am looking forward to next week. Not just because it's not GMS. But next week we're going to see the start of a couple of new series. Sunhaven should be fun. Out of War, I think I'm going to get started on next week. Even though we're still in open beta, I think it's ready enough to be able to actually make some progress. So, what else? Might come back to my time at Sandrock now and then. I still can't believe we finally come to the end of Graveyard Keeper. Trying to think what else I plan on doing. Obviously, Supermarket Simulator is still going to have a spot. So what we got there? That's Out of War, Sunhaven, Supermarket Sim, and Sandrock. Out of War is probably going to have at least 2 episodes a week. That's fine. Supermarket Sim, I'll keep at 1 episode. That's 3 days. Sunhaven, probably 1 episode at least for now. We'll see how it goes with views. So that's 4 days accounted for. And then maybe I'll increase other games or like number of days, or jump in with some others as well. I still want to get back to American Truck Sim with the new DLC I haven't touched base with yet. Maybe some Farm Sim, like a solo game. Might make it really, really difficult. Like hard mode, used up all my money on a single tractor pretty much at the beginning, and actually have to grind my way to owning farmland, like through doing other people's missions. That's my problem with Farm Sim, is once I've got a couple of plots of land, I get bored of it. You know, I need to try to grind out what I need in games like that. I could always do it as a like multiplayer setup, but play it as a solo game, and then bring in the occasional helper or something, you know. So this section I'm on still has this to go as well, and some really nice numbers at the back as well. So if I can get back there, that's going to be great. This row isn't quite as good as that back row, but it's getting there. Some 35s in this one. So we've still got all of that to go. Plus, you know, those 2 patches over there. I'm getting paranoid again after yesterday's issues with chat. No? Okay, nothing else has been said. That's absolutely fine. Not an issue. I just wanted to make sure. Right, how are we doing? 88, 85. So this one should swap everything out again. Right, sorry guys, daughter wanted me. Right. Good job I had that momentum. There's everything swapping out. Or starting to. What's up, Max? Oops. There was a scoop or two wasted then. Let's see how good this fair dirt is. $285 plus okay, so that is 700 ounces or just over. Like if it is over, it's only by like a couple of ounces. Fuck. Yeah. Have I missed one? I have. I was like, there's no way that should be at 33% filled. That's better. With a 700 ounce buckets. Uh, 460. That's 1160 ounces on the initial swap. So that's pretty good. That's if the other cleanouts, you know, held to that. That would be 3,480 for a full cleanout. That's pretty decent. $14K to go. Not even that. Just over 13,000. Let's fix this dirt glitch. You're not going to keep crushing on me, are you? I'm kind of concerned about whether or not Old Man's going to make it. I don't know if he's hoarding buckets or not. I tried to stay away. Oh, no, he isn't because his total's gone up. I tend to try to stay away from watching his videos as well as Rash's and things like that. during the leaderboard. I don't want to steal their techniques. I don't want to know what they're doing. I don't want the inside scoop. I tend to watch them after the fact, after the leaderboard's ended. I did notice in his description, oh no, sorry, in my video feed, he had a video that said something like, "I don't think there's enough time," or "there may not be enough time," or something to that effect. So, yeah, I mean, he's got 50,000, no, 60,000 ounces to make up to get a top 10 in 7 days. Yeah, they're still worth digging. They're not the best compared to the rest of these, but I'll put them on the back burner. I won't do those 3 just yet. Like, when I need to move over here, I'll dig these 3 out. And I'll probably delete through in this direction, like these 3. I want to say I might have had a better time of it if Old Arnold wasn't the starting claim. And while I did struggle because of that, if it was something like Nighthawk as a starting claim, everyone would have been Nighthawk as a starting claim. And everyone's just really worked hard on it. So, this leaderboard, everyone's just gone so hard. So, I would have probably been in the same boat, to be honest. You know, I just kind of scooped, realised it was too low, dragged that, bounced upwards, collecting from higher up. I'm not sure if that's quite how it works, but it's kind of what I did. Oh, crap. Sorry, guys, I kind of got a bit quiet there, didn't I? It's a bad habit of mine. There's not a lot that could be done here. You know, you've seen the same old slog. We've only got 3 people here, which is quite unusual. And honestly, my life's a bit too routine to have new things to talk about all the time, which is a little unfortunate. But unfortunate in the sense of having things to talk about. I mean, don't get me wrong, thank you to the 3 of you who are here, lurking or not. Really, still do appreciate that. I was going to come in from the side, but I don't know if I can be bothered to do that. Well, crap. That was some great aim right there. Was that full? Almost. That was lucky. clean outs are about to get a little bit worse after this one. After this next swap. Because we're going to be going to the loader. I don't even know where the loader spawned to. All the way up there. And it doesn't want to spawn any closer. That was a bit quick. Must be quite out of sync again. Doing another double check to make sure chat is working. Again, if no one's talking, that's absolutely fine. I just had more issues. Okay, no one's talking. It's all good. Yesterday it happened again where chat just wasn't updating for me. Oh, it's 68. Yeah, well, there's not much more I can get from there. I mean, there's a little, but it'll just be wasted. Hey, Spy, how you doing? Only a few days to go. Sunday. The leaderboard ends on Sunday at the time my stream usually ends, or 1 minute before it usually ends. And I'm going to be fighting, if not off camera, then every stream along the way to try and get this top 10. If nobody else in the 10th or 9th place puts in any more ounces in their seasonal, then day after tomorrow I should be in the top 10 at the latest. Run, mine faster, more. Good damn it. Flashbacks to playing Satisfactory with you on our little Sunday sessions. Right, we got exactly what we need to make everything to the... like we set it up so not only was we mining up everything that we needed exactly as we needed it, nothing was being wasted. I calibrated all the machines to use up exactly what was going to be spare, all of that stuff, and Spy's just running around going, overclock, I need more, no more, no, more. It's a shame we never finished that tower build. But that took some time to do, didn't it? That really took some doing. Yeah. There were times when it took us like an hour to get you into the game. In fact, some days, if I recall, it was actually so hard to get. We struggled so much to get you connected. And it wasn't due to bad ping or anything like that. It was just a game connection issue. That we'd never actually wound up playing. Like, after enough time, we were like, okay, let's just leave it for this time around. I haven't even played version update 8 yet. But I'll tell you what I would like to see from that game. Different maps. Or maybe different map generations. Like, don't pre-program maps. Have it so it can generate new maps per game for each person, so it's different on each game. There we go. So just shy of 300. So 730, basically. Not going to happen, at least not yet. Well, I'll tell you what I do miss from that game on the streaming aspect. like, I would be so into it. Like, sitting there explaining to everyone what I'm doing. Watching it all, just, you know, indicating here, there, everywhere. Just standing there explaining how I got things set up. And just casually taking drinks from my coffee cup without even realising it. Like the in-game coffee cup. Ooh. So it was 7:30. This is at 41%. $7.30 plus 480. So that's 1180, 1210. That's a good clean out. I don't know why there was an ounce difference, but maybe there's some potential for me to get back to Satisfactory in the off season as well. There's so many games I want to get back into or start playing, and like, what constitutes too many games per week? Too many different games per week for you guys? Give me a number. What's too many different games on the go? Yeah, I don't mind having too many games on the go. I actually don't. Okay, so where are we standing at now? 12? 12,000 ounces left to go. I wonder if I can make it into past Kagera. Like, if... I don't know if Kagera's done. Like, the second he realised, oh, hang on, I'm at, like, 10th and someone's catching up with me, he suddenly slammed through some more. So, I'm guessing he had buckets on the side. And I wonder if that's still the case. That way he doesn't have to mine, but he just pops in every now and then to keep an eye on his total. There's one way we can check, actually, isn't there? So, let's have a look here. Where is he? Number 6, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 244,000. I need to keep an eye on that. 244. If that changes, but his seasonal doesn't, then he's done with his seasonal. I'm surprised Frankfurt hasn't made it back onto the max again. We kind of shot back up after we got off work. I got back from holiday, I should say. But he had time off after he got back, so he had a lot more time than he usually does, so he was able to catch up rapidly. Coming up to midnight. Well, got an hour in game, but still, yeah, coming up to midnight. There goes one of my precious last days. See, I feel like this is where the urgency hits me and I start slamming through some dirt in my off time. But I'm kind of concerned here, guys. Like, so I've got this planned out well, okay? So from this, let's ignore the 4 days. It's 3 full days plus. Actually, no, it is 4 days, isn't it? Tomorrow is as soon as midnight hits, it's 4 full days until winter still, isn't it? I get mixed up with that. Midnight on 1 day to go is when winter hits. So midnight and 2 days to go is 2 full days. I don't know. Well, it's like 3 or 4 days plus up to 7. So that's 10 days, maybe 11. Let's say do it at 10 days. This stream is, what, 2 hours in? An hour and a half. But let's say I get one more full 24 hours in the game. Right? So let's say you've got 10 days after that. So that's 5 days worth of stream days. But there's still 6. So even if I don't do any off-camera work, I will end up ending off my in-game year before the leaderboard ends. Do you guys want me to match it up as best I can with the final day? Or do you not mind if I just do some off-camera, you know, digging and try to get it up? Once my seasonal's locked in, one way or the other, my max gold isn't going to get me in the top 10. We're just going to be digging for the sake of digging and watching the leaderboard. You know what? Slightly random tangent here. Sorry, I could have. That was weird. I think I. No, I didn't. I thought somebody took away their like then. I was like, well, that's unusual. But I think I had a 6th person jump in and then disappear again. Anyway, I said I would take like a day or 2 off at the start of next week. I don't think I will. I want to get in. I want to get going with some of these other games. If at any point I need to take some time off, I will. I don't think I'll need to straight off the bat. Not like I used to. So yeah, I'm not going to take any time off after the leaderboard. Not immediately. That's about average for me, not only on the dirt, well, average for me now, not only on the amount of dirt processed, but the amount of gold earned as well. So, based upon those numbers, let's say I've got 10 days. That's 50 grand. If I don't have any issues during the winter digging. And that is definitely not enough to get me on a top 10 max. Although that's only the seasonal. That's only till the end of the season. So, who knows? But I doubt it. I highly, highly, highly doubt it. I could potentially have 150,000 though on the seasonal, which would put me up at like 6th or 7th. And I have a plan for boosting my numbers early on in the winter. I got some pretty good gold numbers in some really shallow dirt over by the waterfall. Whilst I get slowed down by the terrain and the top digging, you know, it should make up for that in the good cleanouts. Or should we go do that now? Whilst it's easier. I think we might do it now, actually. I was thinking about doing it during winter. You know, banking those good numbers during the harder to dig that time. But thinking about it, it's going to be easier to dig where I'm digging now during winter than it is this. So I might as well get this done and out of the way now. Right, and this time I'm actually going to start from the top and work my way downhill. Like I always say, I am. So this first square, see what's this one got in it? Next to nothing, so that's fine. So this one has nearly 2,000 ounces and it's only 8 meters deep. This one, same, tiniest bit of overburden and 1,700 ounces. Wait, what the hell happened there? There we go, that was weird. I wonder if I'm able to do it the way I usually do it. Right up against the edge like this. I don't think I am. I'm going to have to tackle it from the top. And then come back on the downside, do it there. Right, gonna have to go in this mode to begin with, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, I need to minimize this arm movement. So here. Oh, crap. Spilt a little bit. There. Do this now whilst it's not going to need constant ripping. Get it done, get it out of the way, get the good gold weigh-ins as a result. I think I was a little too eager moving the arm after the pour there. Straight into the hole. Look, see, we're almost on bedrock already. So, Spy, if you're still around, are you able to tell me what's different in Satisfactory version 8 versus, or you know, update 8 versus update 7 when we last played? Yeah. Not much. Big electric poles. We had them anyway, unlocked through shops, didn't we? Some changes in the map. A location I never go to. Well, fair enough. The last time I actually streamed it was update 4. I'm actually really liking the idea of coming back to that game now. It's been a while since I played it. You know, it's a fun game. Lots of people like it. I think it's a win-win on that one. I need to try and figure out how I'm going to balance everything out. Oh, huge, huge poles. Like, how many connections? Or is it a power limit more than a connection increase? Like a power increase. Oh no, there was never any power limit. Anyway, was there? Like how much each pole can carry? Yeah, no, I read it as the word long. Hello, Polsky. How you doing, dude? Oh. Okay, I'm digging that bit now, apparently. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm your tits. Right, I need to go into this view to see what I'm actually doing for a second. Which I can't actually do without light. Did I get shifted? I did get shifted. God damn it. Right, grab one more scoop ready for when the truck returns. Without losing it. Crap. Okay, okay, fine. That's close enough. I don't mind leaving a tiny bit behind if it comes to it. Oh. It's called the lack of one S-Rock sluice box made a huge difference in the amount of gold obtained. Okay. So yeah, it just says incomplete plant, so... No, it's all good, dude. Look, if you got... wait, you turned off your messages, didn't you? Your pop-ups. So you wouldn't have seen it when it was saying incomplete wash plant. Why am I trying to reverse along that stretch? I know that it's annoying to have it keep popping up saying you're digging in hard soil, but like I warned you, it will stop other messages from coming up, and there are some messages that are important to know. You won't know if something breaks, for example. And if something breaks and the plant fills up to capacity, normally it will tell you it's full. But you're not going to get that with the messages turned off. Johan, hello. Finally, I got I got time and chance to chat with Indy. How you doing, dude? How's the leaderboard going? Well, it's the final week, and I'm going to have to push hard to make a top 10. Well, I say push hard. I'm hoping to be in the top 10 on seasonal within the next, if not tomorrow, then it'll be the day after. But how far into up the leaderboard with my seasonal I'm going to go, I don't know. I've got 3 days left, and then it's winter with digging, which is a lot harder to do. Well, right, here's the thing, right? I earn an average of 5,000 gold an in-game day. If those totals hold true, and you see the 7 days of winter digging, and I don't have any issues. Let's just assume for a minute that I don't have any issues during the winter. I know, it's laughable, right? Then I got 3 days before that. That's a potential 50,000 ounces. So essentially, I could make 6th or 7th. You just finished your first season ever in GMS. You hated the winter dig. It is a pain. It really is. But sometimes a necessary one. Okay, I need to bring in some lighting. I mean, if you're not playing the leaderboard, or even if you are playing the leaderboard and even with winter digging, you're not going to get there on the seasonal, then winter digging is completely unnecessary and not needed. It's only for like a situation like mine, or if you think it will help, like if you finish your seasonal before the end of the leaderboards and you think that by getting that extra bit in the seasonal it will be a big help. I don't know why I'm trying to reverse around there. I need the light over here. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all good, dude. Just take your time, enjoy the game. I mean, when I first got the game, right, this was before drilling nuggets. So the only nuggets you ever got was from chucking dirt into hoppers. I think I restarted Old Arnold about 7 times. And each time I'd got no further than halfway digging out all of Old Arnold. Um, and the only reason that was is because each time I realised, hang on, there's an easier way for me to do this, or there's a better way for me to dig. I learned different methods. And I didn't mind restarting to try those methods out. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I stopped digging when I tried 3 days in winter. What a pain with that frozen ground. I'm guessing you were ripping it. I'm guessing you was ripping the ground. Yeah, you ripped the ground, but it froze over faster than you could dig. There's a little tip. Um, Hard to explain. So I just dug this bit here, right? Or, and then if I want to dig, by digging it up, it defrosts a little bit on either side. So that allows me to continue moving. It's only when... See, that's going to be my issue with the winter digging, I think. Because I'm going to be leaving it for a second so that I can deliver the dump truck. And either it's going to freeze over when I do that. I'm not sure how it works in that sense, because I usually have Frankensteins. It's either going to freeze because I'm not digging on the thawed area, or it's going to do what it usually does. Around midnight, when everything ticks over, it does the insta freeze again. Let's go to this view for a second so I can see. Nice to see you in live chat for once though, dude. Glad you was able to make it. I hope you didn't go through too much trouble to get here. Hello, Azad. Azad, I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is, for me at least, you're not the only member anymore. The bad news for you is you're not the only member anymore, so you're not quite as special. You're still special for being a member, but not special by being the only member. Oh, Azad, you're also not the only future man anymore. I mean, you're not. I mean, I think you're the most in the future man that I have on the in my viewer list. But Polsky there is an hour ahead of me as well. Wait, what? Not the only... No. Polish banana. Which just sounds so weird to say. Polish banana. AKA Polski Banan is an hour ahead of me. Right, let me deliver this pay. I'm gonna stop for a sec to read chat because Jonem is writing essays. And I rolled a Sig 1 and doing it. Win-win on all fronts. No problem at all, Indy, to catch your stream. But it's about... Oh, so you're an hour ahead of me as well, Joanne. For me, it's 2100. Are you not able to watch them? So I start my streams, Joanne, at 8 p.m. 2000 hours. For you? Is that too late for you? I know it is, Azad. No need to brag. That was weird. That kind of hopped into existence. That smiley face started off as something small. I didn't quite get to see what it was, and it expanded into the smiley face. That was really strange. Oh, okay. No, that's fair enough, dude. That's fair enough. You know, don't forsake your friends for my benefit. It's all good. Right, so this clean out, or swap clean, whatever you want to call it, is going to be 3/5 waterfall dirt, which is shallower, less gold in the dirt, but it's shallow dirt. Let's see what we get. I seem to have quite a few people, like Poland, Netherlands, places like that. They seem to be quite a few people from those sorts of countries, the cold countries. So 260. Plus 360, so that's 620. No, yeah, 620. Well, right now I'm in the deepest of the shallower waterfall dirt, so I mean it's still good, and the shallower the dirt will go. Granted, like I said, there's less gold in the dirt, but it should, in theory, concentrate the cleanouts a little more. We'll find out as we go, but I want to get this waterfall done now whilst it's not frozen ground. Now, what's the percentage in the bucket here? 39, yeah. I do. I got an Aussie. You know, an Aussie weirdo. We've got we've got some Polish. We got some Netherlands. We got some Americans. We got some Russians. Or at least one Russian that I'm aware of. Let's do a quick save and a quick load to reset my FPS. Azad, what did you think of the in Supermarket Sim? You got the guy who looks like Rolf Harris. What do you reckon on that one? I read you obviously read and replied to your comments on the game. Do you reckon he looked like Rolf Harris? I know it's a New Zealand guy, and his TV show was in England, but I'm guessing you know what he looks like. I know, there was the Buffy one. We got a Fresh Prince. Although you don't see him, you just see him in his you just see his taxi running around. There was a Bruce Willis, wasn't there? A Courtney Cox. Although the Courtney Cox I was feeling like was a slight stretch, but I still think it kind of looked like her. Tramp stamp. Oh. Oh, sorry, but that's her most defining characteristic. I mean, it might as well be a butterfly. Get the MIB? All we need now is for Paul to turn up. As in the alien from the film. Or the same name. I swear to God, though, if Justin Timberlake turns up, I'm going to quit the game. Or Justin Bieber. Any Justin pop star. Well, there was a few of them that did that. With the skirts. Chappie, I don't know who Chappie is. That's better. Sorry, I had that high-pitched whine from my headphones again. Is your game up to date? Yeah, two things, Azad. One, is your game up to date? And if it is, do you have the storage shelves in your storage area? Although that shouldn't matter. They should still fill up your shelves from the curb as well. Did you try firing and rehiring them? I don't know. See, if I had to restart from scratch, I might be like, I can't be bothered with this. Like that grind to get your first stock, man. Dennis, hello. Welcome. Cool, we've gone from having like only 3 people for a little while at the start of the stream, for like an hour, hour and a half, something like that. Loads of active chatters now. Welcome, everyone. See, the first cashier, I don't mind being a cashier in that game. Being a stock person is so annoying. What that game needs, though, that game, it needs you to have like a predefined, like. I was explaining it in the game. Like, if you said on your computer, I want a maximum of 6 boxes of this on the shelf. The computer knows how many you've got, and you literally, there's an option that says buy all, and it just tops up however many boxes. The other thing it needs is when your stock guys pick up a box, that they need to take the box that's got the most in it, and then when they put that box back, if it's a partial box and there's another partial box, those 2 boxes will combine on the shelf, and then maybe they'll throw away like an empty box if that occurs. That way, they're not walking into the store carrying a huge box with a single item in it. I plan to. I've got a lot of stuff I plan on doing next week. I don't even know. Like, there's so many games I want to suddenly start. I have plans on 2, maybe 3 new series next week. Stuff to do in the off season. Then there's games I want to return to, and there's games I want to continue. It's like, what would you guys consider to be doing, to be like too many different types of games in a week? If I'm doing 7 streams a week, what would you consider to be too many? I mean, I at least want to try to do 2 on Out of Ore. I'm also going to be starting up Sunhaven. Now, I don't mind that being 1 episode a week, like Graveyard Keeper was, because it's replacing Graveyard Keeper. 8. I also want to get back into Satisfactory. Oh, no, I don't mind. It's not so much what I want to do first. It's like, would you guys lose interest if there was too many different games, you know? I want to get back into... I want to do some more American Truck Sim, of course, because, you know, DLC have not touched base yet. And I was thinking maybe with the ATS, maybe have that as a... that whatever day that's going to be on, have that as a whatever game I'm in the mood for kind of a day. That way I can maybe jump into my time at Sandrock or, you know, something else. I was also thinking about doing like a farm sim playthrough. I haven't streamed Satisfactory since Update 4. I've played Update 7. I think 2 or 3 games for the streams would be a nice amount to look at. Then you could swap them a little in between the streams. Right, so if I'm doing a game on the stream, I stick with that game for the whole stream. I know you did. You told me you did. And I still find that weird, Azad. It's like, you've bought at least, what, 3 games? 2 games? 3 games? Just because you see me stream it. It's weird. It's like I'm actually influencing your purchase options here. My time at Porsche. Okay, my time at Porsche is a very fun game as well. However, my time at Sandrock is a lot more user-friendly when it comes to crafting and building. Yeah, there was Out of War you got as well. Although I don't know if that was because of me. Let me think here. So if I did 2 for Out of Ore a week, 2 for Satisfactory a week, and 1 for Sunhaven a week, that's 5 days. Then I can just use the other 2 days for random whatever I want games. Whatever I'm in the mood for playing, you know. I know that's more than what you were saying there, Joanne. But you've also got to remember, doing the same games each and every week, it gets boring for me as well. It gets boring for you, it gets boring for me. You know, gamer depression, burnout factor, all of that stuff. So what if we stick to 3 continuous games, like 3 games that are always going to be there in the off season on per week, and then just like those other 2 days may not even be single player. They may have other people joining. Who knows? I think I would get bored with Farm Sim if I did it each and every week. Yeah, I know, I get that, Joanne. But I do try to take you guys' views and suggestions into account. I mean, you're not going to watch if you're not going to like it, are you? I try to find that middle ground. And of course, when I do the Out of Oars, unless there's a multiplayer session, I don't know how I'm going to deal with the multiplayer sessions like this, but I'm going to do the drone capture footage and upload them as time lapses to members only for a week, and then after a week, everyone else can see them. So I did promise, I have said that members only will get members only videos, so, you know, I need to keep my word. And then when the next leaderboard starts up, we'll be keeping 2 of the games as my day off stream. So it'll definitely be Sunhaven. I think Out of Ore will be an off season only. I don't want to mix and match 2 different digging games. Maybe Satisfactory? I don't know yet. Oh, hopefully as well, guys, we're going to be getting some new what's it called? Royalty-free music's up and running soon. Humble Bundle had another one, and whilst it was silly of me to dip into my... I get paid in a couple of days. I get paid Thursday. And I shouldn't really have dipped into my overdraft, but there was a lot here. I'm still in the process of downloading them all. Some of them are sound effects. But we've got some apparently Roblox music plugins. Heavy vehicle sounds, harvesting sounds, let's see. Steampunk sound effects. Come on. Here we go. Body horror sounds. These all still sound effects, but I don't think they are though. I think some of them are musics. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so horror music pack, metal music pack, fantasy music pack, ambient music pack, rhythm music pack, casual music pack, magical music pack, keys music pack, eastern music pack, epic music pack, heavy electronic music pack, jazz music pack, pirate music pack, electronic music pack, children's music pack, 80s music pack, lo-fi music pack, synthwave music pack, Godot music pack, whatever, music plugin, whatever Godot is, Unreal music plugin, Unity music plugin, Humble Bundle, Audio Arcade Tier 3. And I've come to realise I've kind of been a bit stupid about all this. Like, when I lost all my music tracks and everything, I was trying to figure out how I was going to deal with it all. Like, trying to get all my stuff back and all that. And usually, I stay away from this sort of thing. But because everyone and their mothers has access to it. Anyone who has never uploaded a video but has registered their channel has access to all this royalty-free music. But YouTube itself has their own royalty-free music library. So potentially Godot is a game engine. Oh, okay. So, I mean, I usually stay away from the YouTube Music Library because everyone has access to it. And, you know, there's only so... I've heard their music tracks on other videos and everything, you know. But, you know, needs must and all that. But all of that music, all of those musics and sound effects only cost me £15. Probably something along the lines of $20. Maybe less. And this time I've got a set of links that will get downloaded as well, which I'm going to email to myself, so I've got a permanent copy that will allow me to re-download them if there's an issue, like last time, like when I lost all my music before. But it's all royalty free. It won't be put into use tomorrow, I don't think, because I'm at work and then I've only got the 2 hours between getting home from work and starting my stream. But I am off Wednesday and Thursday, so I'm probably going to look into it then. You're off on Friday? Well, I'm not expecting you to get up early to watch my stuff, dude. You've done that before, and I don't feel right about it. It's your day off, and you still get up at like 4 in the morning to watch my streams. Come on, dude. Have a lie in. Oh, where are you off to? I know, dude, but I feel bad about it when it's supposed to be your day off. You know, you get up at stupid o'clock for work. You don't need to do it for me on your days off. Oh, okay. So you're still in Australia. Oh, that's fair enough. Why is it going to be so cold? Oh, it's winter over there, isn't it? But even your winter, like, isn't your winter still something like 25, 30 degrees Celsius? Or something stupid like that? Look, you do not get to complain about winter, okay? You live in a country where it's hot during winter anyway, and you get to have your Christmas during the summer. You know what though? Do you know what? Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember the film Cool Runnings? Those athletes from Jamaica. They're track and field runners, and this guy decides, you know what? They're going to make great people, the great kind of people to get a good start pushing a bobsleigh because of their running speed. So he decides to turn his Jamaican team into a bobsleigh team, and they enter into a country where it's colder, and just stood there at the airport entrance and quickly jumped back in, put on every item of clothing that they own. One of them even put on his duffel bag, his giant duffel bag. And I don't even think it's 25 degrees here today. And it was quite hot last week for us, but it dropped again. Like the pressure keeps changing. That's exactly what you do. That's what it reminds me of. Yes, last week it's about 30 for you guys. See, even 14 degrees. That's like a spring for us. And you're 4 degrees Celsius? That's still warmer than our winters. Chilly, yes. But, you know, it's hoodie and jacket weather, certainly, but it's not shivering as you're walking weather. Let me have a look, see what we had over here. Right now it is... Today we had a high of 20 degrees and a low of 16. Tomorrow it's a high of 18. Wednesday it's a high of 17. No. It's very similar, Joanne. I think you have it slightly worse than us. Obviously, ours is more wet weather than cold weather. But obviously, the wet brings the cold. Hoodie and jacket weather. Yes, 5 hoodies and jackets. Thing is, I'm pretty good with the cold. Midwinter, right? At work. For those who don't know, where the hell have you been? But for those who don't know, I work at a McDonald's. Now, midwinter, everybody's huddled around the hot stations shivering. And then there's me, out on the shop floor amongst the customers, right by the front door, and I'm absolutely fine. I'm one of those people who radiate heat. Most wet weather around there comes from England. do we make you wet? It's the accents, right? Most of our really, really cold weather, like our sub-zero weather, tends to come blown in from like Siberia and places like that. Like when there's a good strong storm wind coming out of Siberia kind of thing. Does she still do it? Like I take it she's adopted mostly an Aussie accent, but occasionally slips up, sort of thing. I tried to say that most of the rain that we get around here comes from England and the North Sea. If you try to back up any faster on that comment, you might as well be making a beeping noise. Yes, I mean it's obvious, you know. It's unintentional. You just end up imitating, don't you? Oh my god, it was so funny. Years ago, a few years ago, went to one of my daughter's, you know, parent-teacher things. And who was your... what teacher was your Nigerian one? What subject? Maths. So her maths teacher was Nigerian. Quite a heavy accent. And... he was like the last teacher we saw on the way home, before we left home. So on the way home, you know, I'm talking to my daughter about all the different things that her teachers had said and all of that. And we move on to maths. And we're talking to her about her maths. And next thing I know, we're both cracking up laughing. Because out of the blue, I suddenly started trying to imitate, unintentionally, completely unintentionally, started to imitate her maths teacher. Oh my god, it was so funny. Can't do it on purpose to save my life. We actually had to, we had to stop walking and just kind of like stood by a wall for a moment. We just couldn't stop laughing. I sounded so stupid. Oh yeah, let's see. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. So Kagera still hasn't put anything through on Max. Okay. Now I saw something change at the bottom of this. It wasn't Birch. It must have been Angaro. See, what I'm concerned about is maybe a lot of these guys have stopped digging because they're confident in their top 10 slot. Maybe they've got some buckets in reserve or something. Or they haven't finished their seasonal. And if someone starts creeping up on them, they're going to suddenly start chucking stuff through. If you like shop games, I recently found a cool game. Maybe you'll like it. It's called Shopkeep. I've got Shopkeep and I've got Shopkeep 2. I think I've even done Shopkeep on the channel at some point. This game has elements of RPG game. No, I get it, dude. I get it. Instead of... it's like an MMO RPG. Instead of you and all your friends visiting a shopkeeper to get your equipment to go battle stuff, you are the shopkeeper that people come to buy stuff from, so that etc. etc. One of the fans, yeah, no, I do. I've got the game. I appreciate the heads up, but yeah. This one's multiplayer. I think I did it as a video series originally. I'll be right back. Absolutely fine, Polsky. So we'll get to see in a minute. The next clean out is a full nothing but this dirt here. And like I said, the closer to that side, the better to the gold to dirt ratio will be. But this will be a good indicator. Oh my god. There it is. I've just figured it out. So, you'll only understand what I'm talking about if you've been watching me play Supermarket Sim. Azad, you know that guy that I kept saying in the game, oh, you look scary and all of that? He reminds me of someone I've seen in a film, and I could not for the life of me work it out. I've just figured out who he reminds me of. Oh, damn it. Which one's which? Lenny. Lenny from Of Mice and Men. No. That really, really tall one who constantly only bought like one item. The one I kept giving the giant stacks of pennies to. I can't believe that stack of coins went through the roof as well. That was funny. Yeah, so I had to study that film in English back at school. Great book as well. Doesn't he? He looks like Lenny. Uh, 262 plus so that's 674. That's not bad at all, actually, considering it's the worst. It's the biggest amount of dirt in that section. I like, in other words, when I say the biggest amount of dirt, deepest amount is what I mean. So, the worst gold to dirt ratio, potentially. Of course, that got me to 10k needed. So, I average about 7,000 per stream. Ish. I'm currently at, I think, 7,000, but I had 500 already washed and maybe another 500 sitting in the mat bucket. So take 1,000 off, so that's 6,000 so far tonight. Tomorrow, if I do 7, if I were to stop right now, or do 1,000 and stop, that'll be 2,000 left to go. It might be doable by the end of tomorrow's stream if I get enough for between getting home from work and starting the stream. Here's a question for you guys. If, let's say I lock in my seasonal before the week's out. I know, see, normally, never mind. I always do a 7-day GMS in the final week. I was going to say, like, did you guys want to see something else? Because obviously my max goal's not going to get there. But no, we'll stick with it. We'll stick with GMS. Azza, do you like Stardew Valley? Stardew Valley. Never heard of it? Oh, dude. What rock have you been living under? It's kind of like a Harvest Moon game. I'm gonna have to show you this one. Can't believe you've never played Stardew. Well, I was gonna give you like a heads up on what or something similar to what Sunhaven might be. This is a multiplayer game as well. There is more to it than this. You can upgrade your tools to do more spaces and things like that. There's mines, there you go, look. Kind of like a dungeon system. Here, give that a little taste. Just down the whole plate. A lot of the whole game is aiming towards completing that community centre. Just throw your baby around. Yeah, so it's kind of like Harvest Moon. Now, Sun Valley, imagine that, but there's a lot more magic involved. You can throw around spells, bosses turn up at your farm for you to defeat, things like that. So this is the game that's going to be replacing Graveyard Keeper. Again, multiplayer. And I haven't even played that much of this game. Second one, no. right at the beginning, you actually get to choose your character. Some of the presets are like D&D style, you know, elf, human, etc. Um, that boss, not boss, that giant monster you saw the characters doing jump rope with, that's one of the first bosses that turn up on your farm. And they just cover your farm in dandelion seeds until you can beat it at jump rope. It's weird. But it is a fun game, what I played. And the only reason I haven't continued to play it is I started off playing it as a co-op with a friend, and then he couldn't play for a while, and then it just kind of hit a back burner. So it's going to be nice to go back to it. But a lot of it, I don't know. Because I haven't gotten there, or it's been so long since I played. Or a lot of games have come in between, you know. So there you go, guys. Got a little preview of what's to come next week. Unless it gets like really good reviews, like people really, really, really enjoying it, kind of thing, it will still be 1 day a week. Right, I'm going to let this process for a second, guys, and I'm going to run to the toilet. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, I know you can't really base a game or a person's gameplay off of a video like that, but from what you guys have seen so far, how many of you would be interested in watching that? Just so I get like an overview. It's got a lot happening in it. I know. Between the magic, farming, the bosses, the dragons, all the different races to keep track of, you know. No, not the Stardew one, Joanne, but the. Oh, you were saying you would watch Stardew. This is a lot like Stardew, but with extras. Like Stardew is like what Stardew is to Harvest Moon, Sunhaven is to Stardew, if that makes sense. Azad's always up for it. Thing is, I've played Stardew to death, so I know Stardew inside and out. And because I know it so well, that would be more of a video series because I know what I'm doing with it. That's the good thing about live streams. I like to do games. Well, I mean, there are exceptions, of course. GMS, for example. But games like that, I like to do games that I don't know fully, so that I can show you guys as we go. You get the live reactions, all that sort of thing. You would watch that as well? You was distracted. Was it my English accent again? Was we God damn it. Words. Were the English making you wet again? Oh, your distractions were filling buckets in GMS. Those of you who would be here at the start of that particular stream would also get to weigh in on a potential race that I get to choose. That I have to choose. Like elf, human, or whatever else is available. I think it's time to move. I don't care about that little bit on the floor right in the corner here. This isn't about neatness. This is about getting as close to the floor as I can. If I hang around trying to get every little nook and cranny, it's going to end up being bad scoops going in. So it doesn't have to be clean and tidy. It just needs to be dug up. Let me check on something here real quick. Okay, still at 519. I was just checking the subscriber count because the alert box always pops up when I get a donation. It always pops up when I get apparently, so far anyway, a new member or a super chat, but it doesn't always pop up when I get a new subscriber, and it's really strange. And I was gonna if I'd gotten any new ones this stream, I was gonna recognize the fact that people had subbed and say thank you and whatnot, but no one else has, so screw you guys. I might need to go into the cam that you guys don't like for this one. Sorry. It's not the easiest position here. I don't know if you saw it, Azad, but do you remember, like, so you know the donation pop-up? That one that always makes me jump. The Super Chat one's the other one. Do you remember the other variant? The one where it says we should share the loot evenly? That's the one that pops up for Super Chat, Super Stickers. Things like that. Not personally. I thought I'd shown it off before. Oh well. There is one downside to having like the super chat and the super stickers and the memberships and all that. I can't withdraw any of that until I've had at least, I think it's £60 worth ready to withdraw. Like, you have to have a minimum amount. That's the downside to it. I don't know why. I don't know why YouTube does it like that. And do you know what? I was looking. Apparently, I can become a member to myself. Work that out. I can pay to be a member and watch my own membership videos. I almost went down into the pit then. Come on. Out in the corner. Don't fall in, don't fall in. Yeah. That's certainly not MSure approved, is it? Hopping around the vehicles like that. Oh god, could you imagine if they added in GMS like NPC mine inspections? Yeah, I'm not getting any more of that off the floor. I mean, I would like that, I think. It's just another aspect you need to keep your eye on. It's not forever the constant, okay, dig, sling it through, dig, sling it through, dig, sling it through, clean out. It's like when, you know, at this point, you know, breakdowns aren't a thing. You've got the workers, you've got machinery that doesn't actually break down, like the trommel and the jigs, because it's tier 5. But but then suddenly, say, all your workers become sick and you have to be on the ball. It's kind of something like that. It just makes the game a little bit more... not playable, not fun, focused, you know. If they would include mine inspections, then I would have a health hazard of a mine, holes everywhere. I'd like wanted posters put up on the claim for the capture of the bears. Oh yeah, I wonder if my celebrity overseer needs another upgrade yet. Do you know, last season, last leaderboard, my overseer was Tony Beats. This leaderboard, it's Parker. Could you imagine if next time I got one that looked like Rick Ness? Sorry, I'm sitting there watching The Shadow. You don't normally have that intense of a shadow around your excavator, do you? No. Unfortunately not. But I do think that Parker swears more than Tony does. I think it's funny though. They have to put up subtitles for when Tony's speaking. I can understand what he says all the time anyway. You know, I'm going to go check. Let's see if Parker needs an upgrade. I've currently been rewatching the show. Getting ready for the new season in what, September, October, something like that. I'm at the point right now where they're all in, where Todd's team's in Guyana, whatever it's called. There he is. My celebrity overseer. Yeah, I know. And his summers in Mexico. The hell is that? Conan the Barbarian decides to want to run my trommel. Are you freaking kidding me? You know who that is, don't you? Fred. Not Freddy Dodge, but the one that was on Parker's trail that Parker brought up to the work on his claim for like 3 weeks, and then he suddenly got it into his head that he can run his own team. Who brought in a bunch of vets. Don't get me wrong, great idea, but they did worse than Todd Hoffman on his first year. From time to time you catch him saying Dutch words. You're currently on season 14. 14 was the last season, wasn't it? He might be coming back. In the last season... Wait. Have you watched it, that entire season already? Or are you rewatching? I don't want to spoil anything. Okay, I won't spoil it. I mean, it's not a major spoil, but I won't say anything. I do like how Rick Ness has like come back. I like Rick Ness. You know, he's been in it since I think season 3. Basically, Rick Ness has been in Gold Rush since that season where Parker's grandfather gave Parker the run of Big Nugget Mine for the first time as a solo project. That doesn't, hold on. That doesn't jive. Let me check on something here. No, that is season 14, yeah. I don't know why, but I thought that was season 13 he did that. Yeah, no, he does. He does. And yeah, so he's been mining in Gold Rush literally since like season 3, give or take a season. They just made a Frankendozer for that. God, I forgot about that. What do you think of Parker's new acquisition? Like that huge price he paid out for that claim. He almost went broke, didn't he? All that land. No, wait. Australia was season 13, I'm sure of it. I've lost track. There's been so many seasons. I've completely lost track now. I also watch Whitewater as well and Parker's Trail, so trying to keep tabs. Okay, yeah, so it must be there then. Alright. Back, we got a timeline established. I mean, to be honest, he was making millions, but before he hit 20, wasn't he? I mean, okay, yeah, he was spending millions as well. So, do you guys watch Parker's Trail as well? If not, whilst there's no, it's not a spoiler exactly because he hasn't said what he's doing, what he's not doing. But he's kind of getting or looking like he might be wanting to get obsessed with a type of mining outside of placer mining. Okay, well, I won't spoil it then. I'm referring to the Brazil one. There's a type of mining in Brazil he really likes the look of, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. Nothing beats a Brazilian. Yeah, I hear the waxing leaves nothing behind. Wax on, wax off. Right, yeah. I know we're nearly full at the plant. And I could easily probably get another fill up in there. Well, there we go, look. It's starting to swap now. I'm just kind of debating whether or not I should do a plant reset. It takes a moment to do, and obviously that's time. But my main concern, once the mats get far enough ahead, they start being like the jigs versus the ST. I don't want to risk the mats filling up because they've lapped the ST buckets. Be right back. Isn't that what Polsky said? And I haven't heard anything from him since. Oh, Fanfus, I do apologise, dude. I completely missed your message. Sorry, dude. I did not mean to ignore you. I was looked back over, and I saw the green writing, and I must have thought it was Azad that said it, and don't even remember reading it, to be honest. I apologise greatly. If you're still around. If not, I'll message you in Discord and apologise there. Yeah, I think I'll do a plant reset. Just get everything set to base 0 again. Gets a little bit more gold out of it, and the mats don't get too far ahead of the ST box. You have to go. You must get some sleep for tomorrow morning. I have to hit the gym at 8:30 in the morning. Some sleep will be welcome. Good luck at the street. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate you stopping by. It was nice to see you. Yeah, well, putting the grills takes time. Personally, which is why I don't like to do it all the time. Plus, also, you know, you kind of have to wait for them to say that they're full, which means you lose potential gold as well. And don't get me wrong, I know that you've kind of annihilated me this season, and obviously there has to be some kind of thing that you're doing better than me. But I believe it's within the digging, not the cleanup. Yeah, there's that. Those 2 points as well. I had some issues with my startup this time round. Plus PC issues. And some bad judgment on my part at the beginning as well. I'm not scared to admit that I screwed up. And then I struggled to get going after that issue. Two 268. That's 600, nearly 700 ounces. So that's still not too bad considering. Oh, sorry, I had to grab some coffee then. I was about to start coughing. Luke, you said earlier you're not sure why I'm faster than with Franks than I am with a dump truck. I think I know. When stuff fills up, like when it's ready for the clean out, and I run up here and I do that, there's usually a lot of dirt still travelling on my Frankensteins. So it continues to pump in whilst I'm doing that. It's not the case here. Obviously here, that's not. You can only do it as much as you got in your dump truck. But I've been known to do the swap out, quickly wash the buckets, and get back to digging before the dirt has finished emptying on all my Frankensteins. No, that's fair enough, dude. I mean, you can afford to not at this point. And the final total for today is, as long as you minus the rough 1,000 ahead of it before the stream started, not too far away from 8,000 ounces today. So I'm actually quite happy with that. Let's see what that's done to me on the leaderboard. I need 9,000 for 10th and 10,000. Well, slightly less. It's almost 8,000. Almost 8,000 for 10th and almost 9,000 for 9th. After that, I need to throw another 10 grand on top. Okay. Confirmation. Kagira's total's gone up. He was 244. And Kagira's seasonal has not changed. So, if I can manage 20,000 ounces right now, between now and the end of the leaderboard, I'll be in a good position. $20,000 or even 21,000 ounces will put me in, like, let's say, 7th place. Now, if Sea Porcupine and Phrase are done with their seasonal as well, I only really have Birch to worry about. Angaro has 30,000 to catch up with me right now. No, 23,000 to catch up with me right now, so he could still be a threat. Old man's got 30,000, no, 50,000 to catch up with me right now. So I don't know if he's going to make it this season. We have confirmation now that Kagira's total is not increasing. I don't know if Rash's will increase. The phrase has gone over to the non-DLC. Well, we'll have to wait and see. But, just think, guys. 6 more days and 12 more minutes. And then we can get rid of the No Franks logo, part of the name. I mean, last season, he climbed like a madman in that final week. He did. So, who knows? Nobody's out yet. This could still be anyone's game for a lot of people. Let's actually get rid of my gold. Clear my scales. I'm not going to waste time smelting it. I haven't been at all this in-game seasonal attempt. As quick as it is, it just takes too long for the seasonal. So I'm just selling it at the moment. Not like I need to reset. Or if I do, it won't be much of a match, will it? No, I can't do that, I'm afraid, Nuke. For me, 3k more ounces is another, hour to an hour and a half digging. And it is 10 to 11 at night for me, and I have work in the morning, so unfortunately, it's not in the cards. But for now, guys, I would like to say thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to rate and comment below, and join me tomorrow with some more GMS leaderboards. Until then, have a good night, guys. Stay safe, sleep well. Goodbye.